Welcome back to Mars Bargain Basement. My name's Donald. I wanted to take a few moments to do a quick video about returns. Not just any returns, but eBay returns. So I do most of my sales through eBay. And in my 19 years, almost 20 years of experience, there have been some returns. I gladly accept returns. I don't mind if the buyer changes their mind, just as long as the item is sent back in the condition in which it was sent. So eBay has this policy that allows the buyer to return their item pretty much for any reason they want, and it's called eBay money back guarantee. I feel that the money back guarantee is a great thing for the buyer. It can also be a great thing for the seller unless it's abused, which I think it's being abused, in my opinion. And here recently, I've had quite a number of returns, and each one of the returns have come back from a 0 rated buyer, and the item returned is either the item that was supposed to be sent, but it looks different. So the best way I can explain it, like DVDs in computer games. You send them out, you know that the disc is not scratched, you've taken pictures of it, but you get the return item and there are scratches all over the disc. The disc looks older, it looks worn. Those you can't really fight because there's really no way of proving that you sent it. Even though you have pictures, there's no way of proving that that is what you sent. I know it sounds weird. I have tried to fight a few and I've lost those battles, and I've realized it's not worth the headache to continue fighting that type of fight. So I've just discontinued selling anything like CDs, DVDs, video games, for that fact, unless they're sealed. And then it's a whole different story. If they're sealed, then you're pretty much guaranteed that they're undamaged. The one huge example I want to show where I think, and I don't want to use the word scammers. I know I shouldn't, but I want to use the word scammers abuse the system. So for an item that I sent out recently, it was a Philips Hue A19 bulb, 60 watt. This is one of the bulbs you plug into your lamp, and you can change the colors using Alexa or Google, and Philips Hue as well. When I shipped it, I made sure it was double bubble wrapped, put in a nice decent sized box, so in case it did get hit, the box would absorb the damage and not the bulb itself. So item got received. A few days later, return request through the eBay, not through where I accept returns, but through the eBay money back guarantee, saying the item received was not the item they ordered, or it was sent damaged, which is fine. I can go ahead and accept it. Just show me pictures and prove that the item that you received isn't the item I sent you, or the box is destroyed, or whatever the case may be. So I did send the customer or the buyer a request to show me pictures of the box, and they refused. They would not send me pictures of the box or the item. So I decided, okay, so I'll just go accept the return. I mean, I have to anyway because eBay were forcing me through the eBay money back guarantee. So I accept the return, let the buyer send the item back, and then we can just go about it from there. So the item did get sent back, but the item sent back was not the item of which I was shipped. So here's a picture of the item that I shipped. Again, it's a Philips A19 multicolor bulb, 60 watt. And here's the item which was returned. It is a TCP LED bulb. I think it's model number 11913. And there's nothing on here. It says Philips Hue, nothing. It just says TCP. So, oh, and it was shipped in a poly bag of all things. So if it wasn't already destroyed when it left the buyer's post office, it definitely destroyed en route. Which, you know, that's a very dangerous one to ship a bulb in a poly bag. It could have hurt someone. It could have went through the bag. It could have cut someone. It could have hurt someone. But that's just an ethical thing and nothing that I have control over. Anyway, so when I received the item, I thought, oh, I'll just go ahead and put in the claim saying that the buyer is returning something that wasn't sent. So, and from the pictures, I thought it was a slam dunk. You know, I thought that I put in the claim and I'd be good. So I submitted the claim. I sent them the pictures, showed where the bulb was an LED, showed where it's a TCP, showed where I shipped the Philips Hue, put all the information in my claim, and within 24 hours, eBay came back and said, nope, we're sorry, the buyer did nothing wrong. And I thought to myself, wow, that's crazy, because you can obviously tell that the bulbs are not the same, that there's a huge difference. And why would you say that the buyer did nothing wrong? Obviously, it's a wrong item. So I appealed it. I put in more detail, put in more pictures with closer images showing that is a TCP, showing that's the model number. And, you know, more detail, you know, the buyer, it was shipped in this size box. It was shipped with this much bubble wrap. It was, you know, here's the size of the box. Here's the size of the item. Here's a picture of the item. Here's a picture of what was returned. Here's a close-up of what was returned. And I'm thinking the appeals process will work in my favor, because what more information does anyone need than what I've sent to show that it's the wrong item? Well, guess what? I lost the appeal. I was so mad I could have bit nails in two. How can you look at the two items and say that they're the same item? So after I calmed down, I called eBay and I said, okay, let's look at these pictures I have sent you. Let's look at the details that I provided. And the person on the phone, within 30 seconds of looking at the picture, said, yeah, that's not the same item. We'll go ahead and we'll give you your money back that you lost and all the stuff that was going on. So I got the money back that I spent for shipping the shipping label to the customer for the return from the eBay guarantee. And I also got the money back for the item, which was, it was good. I mean, I'm glad I did that, but here's the thing, and again, this is just my opinion, is the eBay money back guarantee policy really working out for the buyer and the seller? And my answer to that is no. Until we can stop people from pulling these scams on trying to get free items and sending back trash, it's not going to be a good thing. It's going to create more havoc. It's going to put more people, especially sellers, in a bad... I'm trying not to let my frustration guide me in what I'm saying. But as long as the eBay policy remains the way it remains, it's only going to hurt the sellers, and the sellers are going to stop accepting returns, or they're just going to stop selling on the eBay platform altogether. I understand what eBay's trying to do. I truly do, but they have to do it in a different light. Uh, eBay has to understand that it's not just the buyers that help their business, but it's also the sellers. Without sellers, there aren't going to be any items to purchase. And the more eBay starts defending the buyer, putting policies out that only help the buyer, it's only going to make things worse. So you're probably asking yourself, then why continue selling on eBay? Well, that's a great question. I mean, it is probably the largest platform to date for selling items. And I am slowly but surely working my way to Mercari and Poshmark and other places. But right now, eBay has the most traffic. So it's a double-edged sword. No, I don't like the policy, but there's really nothing I can do about it. I can just keep on fighting the good fight and appealing and calling eBay. Or I can stop selling on eBay altogether, which isn't going to happen. So at this point, I'm not trying to discourage anyone from selling or reselling. I'm just trying to make you aware that scamming is a real thing. It happens more than it probably should. And I feel eBay needs to step in and do more when it comes to scamming. I didn't want to turn this to a venting video. I know that's what it sounds like. I'm venting. I'm not. I just want everyone to realize that there's an issue on the platform when it comes to scamming. So be careful. Look out for the scammers. I don't want to say be wary of zero-rated buyers because I know some people just get on the platform and they're new and they really want to buy items. But it puts a bad taste in your mouth when it seems like every return that you receive is from a person with a 0 rating. So I am not sure how to handle this situation. I'm not sure eBay knows how to handle the situation, but the problem seems to be getting worse. So I appreciate you listening to me rant and ramble. That's not what the intent of this video was at all. But please be careful. Please continue doing the great job that you do. And I hope to see you again. Thanks.